Today, I'm going to discuss with you how do you deal with a failure. Like failure, we know that failure is a part of the success but nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about how do you deal with whenever the failure comes on the way, because we all go for the success, go for the great results, but truth is there's a dark road to success. So how do you deal with that failure you're going to have or you're having right now, and where most of the time you don't get a support because nobody knows what you're going through. Let's discuss how should we deal with failure, and I'm going to share with the story of Google's different product. They failed, but then Google is the one of the top guy, the big dog in the digital industry on the internet. Let's get inspired by Google's failure story and let's dig through that. How should we deal with that? Okay, so number one thing, the failure should not define you, because the failure is a little process on the path to the success. Okay, little things happens. Okay, so what we should do all the time is we should learn from the failure. We should analyze what happened. Analyze, I mean like a dissecting every little thing in that whole failure, and then you see, okay, out of 10, 8 things were great, but then these 2 things I lacked, and you take care of those 2 things and then you're great. So number one thing is accept the failure. It should not define you. Take it as a part of the process and analyze that and keep the good stuff going, and then take care of those little 2 things or 1 thing or 3 things not good. Okay, now let me share you the story of different Google product, and it was a huge failure but nobody knows about it. Number 1 is Google Glass. That was an augmented reality glasses from 2013 and 2015, and that product, never was successful. It was a huge failure, and then a couple of main reason is, those days, like it was like a privacy concern, of course, because you are wearing a glass and you recording and different things you can do. That's one thing, and it was expensive. It was like a $1,500. So because of these 2 reasons and multiple other reasons, this product was a super duper failure. So what do we learn from the Google Glass is the timing and the public, because sometimes a great idea can be a fail also because it was not at the right time and not accepted by the public. Number 2 is Google Wave from 2009 to 2012. Now, what was Google Wave is it was like a communication, a live communication, and it was done for like a replacing the email. But problem was it was too complex that time, and also the learning curve was hard and people did not take it like easily. It's not like something easy to learn. So that's the reason it was a super failure. What do we learn from this? That innovation without simplicity creates confusion. So anytime we innovate something, we have to make sure that the people, the consumer, can learn that easy way, simple way. Number 3 is the Google Plus. So the purpose of Google Plus was kind of like a Facebook, because Google already had audience, and then so people can use Google Plus, not the Facebook. And the problem was it was too late. Facebook was already popular that time, and people are already used to get in the Facebook, interact on the Facebook, and it was not accepted by the public. So Google Plus was a total failure. So what do we learn from it? That you cannot force a community. Because Google has a good follower, that doesn't mean you cannot force people to get off Facebook and go to Google Plus. You cannot do that, because what people are looking for is the authentic product, original product. So next, number 4, another biggest failure was the Google Allo. The purpose was this app was for the messaging purpose with AI, something like WhatsApp, from 2016 2019, and people didn't take it because WhatsApp was already there. Was the learning from this failure is cool features does not beat the user habit, because people are already used to go to WhatsApp, they're using it, so you cannot change that habit because you have an AI cool feature. Next one is Nexus Q in 2012, and the purpose was it to compete with Apple TV. The reason it didn't work because it was too expensive, $299, and also it has limited capabilities and that is the reason it didn't work. So what did Google learn from it? Do not ship half-baked product with the full price tag, because it's a delivery, because it was the under delivery and overpriced, and that is a huge problem Google learned from it. So there are many other Google products also failed. You can Google it, or you can check on the ChatGPT, and you'll see there are many products. So Bottom line is, I don't want to go through this all those different products. It's the same kind of story, different learning. The bottom line is, whenever you fail, accept it, accept the failure, and then learn from it. So that's the way your next step will be a better step than before. That is the take from this video. If you think somebody can get benefit from this video, please share it. And I always appreciate you watching it. Give me a comment. I like to know your thought, and I always want to tell you that always believe in yourself, because you can and you will. Thanks for watching. All the best.